Hi Flosstube, it is Helen D. Today is actually Sunday, March 19th, 2023. I'm recording a little early. Emmy's up here getting ready to drink her water. She didn't want to be left out of the whole to-do. Something on my glasses. So I'm here a little early. That means everyone's home. So I shut my son in. He's playing a game with one of his friends online. If you hear anything, it's either Emmy causing trouble or them. So there you have it. Thank you for spending some time with me today. It's been 3 weeks since my last regular update, and I have a stack of things to share. I have a stack of project bags, so that's always a good sign because it means I worked on a lot of different things. So I have a lot of that stuff to share. Thank you for all the love for everyone who watched my market recap video. I've really enjoyed seeing everyone's other market videos and just like posts on Instagram of people's market haul, right? The hauls are starting to arrive. And I'm always interested in what caught people's eye because we all have such different tastes. I hopped on one of the Zooms Friday night and people were showing their haul. And even amongst, I think there were like 7 of us, you know, a couple people showed what they got and I didn't get any of those charts, right? It's like everyone's tastes is just so different. And that's why market is so great because there's so many designers putting out new charts that there really is something for everyone. So thank you for that. Welcome to any new subscribers, anyone that may have found me through that video. I normally post every 2 weeks. I post updates every 2 weeks with the occasional random things in between. So that's how that works. Life-wise, it's just been school and stitching and errands and a couple appointments. I had my mammogram. If you're behind for your mammograms because of COVID, go get one. They're no fun, but they're necessary. So that happened. Minor things, not much. I have a major FFO. It's not major, it's actually pretty small. However, it's my only FFO. I finally finished Strawberry Faire. I hosted the Strawberry Faire sale. I feel like I'm one of the last ones to get mine done. Things just got really busy, so I fell behind, and there's no rush, right? We started it in February so that it would be ready to put out when you put out your spring or summer stuff. Well, I still have St. Patrick's and winter up, so I'm ahead of schedule, but I finally fully finished my Strawberry Faire. Now I stitched mine on a 14 count, picture this plus murmur. And because it's on a 14 count, it would have been a big pillow. So I decided to do I didn't go with a frame. It would have fit right in a 5x7 frame, but I didn't really have one I liked. And I had this instead. So this is actually a picture frame. I'll pull the piece off in a minute. So this is how I finished it. I used, Kathy Haberman has a tutorial on kind of this ruched pinned ribbon ruffle. So I did that. This little thing on the edge is like a charm that I got at Joann's, but I got it last year. And I used one of those bulb pins to pin that on there. And that's how it is. So it's just on, and when I showed this on Friday, I'm like, look, I got it on clearance for $4.50. Can't beat that. So this is a 4x6 picture frame that actually goes this way. I bought these things on Amazon, and I'll try and remember to put a link because that way I could use this horizontally. It just sticks on with plastic. So then on the back of my piece, I just have magnets. I used my double-sided score tape to hold the edges of my ribbon down. It's real pretty. It's real pretty in the back, folks. So that has my washers and then the magnets. The magnets aren't glued. They're just stuck there so that then it's wide enough that it goes right around where that opening is. I have 2 of these and I use the other one for my Prairie Schooler seasons. I don't remember if I did all the seasons or if I'm missing one. So I don't want to bury this because it's my only It's my only FFO, and I'm gonna leave it down here, so hold on just a sec. I'm just gonna put it in the basket because it's gonna be annoying otherwise. If you're following the hashtag Strawberry Faire sale, so many FFOs are coming in. There's so many cute pillow ideas and other finishes and different trims and different fabrics, and they all look great. Someone did they crocheted a big chunky kind of lace border. They're all fantastic. So if you're stitching that piece and you're looking for some finishing ideas, go to that hashtag Strawberry Faire, F-A-I-R-E, sale on Instagram. And there's all kinds of things. While we're talking Strawberry Faire, Honey Faire. So I've had several people ask, are we doing a sale for Honey Faire? I think we kind of have to. So Honey Faire just came out at market. It's by October House Fiber Arts. A lot of people pre-ordered this. If you did not pre-order this and you're looking to get it, it's kind of everywhere. So it shouldn't be hard to find because it's a brand new release. I think I'm going to start mine on May 1st. That way I get the month of April to work on some other things. Started in May, again, for me, with the goal of getting it done to put out kind of midsummer, late midsummer-ish. I know a lot of people do bigger things in May, Mania or different kind of events. Work it into your plans if you want to join in. So I'm going to start Honey Faire. I'm putting it out there. I'm starting Honey Faire on May 1st. I'm going to use the hashtag Honey Faire, F-A-I-R-E-S-A-L. And I'm also going to start using the hashtag October House Fair Sale. And I'll put those down below because that way, Robin from October House has said that she's going to make the fairs a series. There'll be more. That way, if we start using that hashtag too, when new ones come out, we'll already have a hashtag where everything is kind of all together. So that's my plans. I never have plans, and there they are. Early even. So join in. Let's see, I will probably use, I believe, most of the called for colors. The fabric is Parchment Linen by Weeks. Well, I won't use that because it's linen. Once again, I will choose something creamy. I will choose a creamy linen. The bee's wings are white, so I want to make sure that that's going to show up. Snowball Country Cottage. Classic Colorworks Snowball, which the DMC conversion is white. So Strawberry Faire, we did as a stitch along with Carla at Cobweb Corner. She ordered in the charts and she did some floss packs and stuff. Honey Faire will just be kind of an unorganized sale, I guess, just a fun sale. Carla has charts. She's happy to get more charts in if people need them. She actually probably has a bunch of these flosses because a lot of them are the same. Actually, if you did Strawberry Faire, the three that I know we used in the Helen D conversion were lemongrass. Lemongrass is on here. Is that the only one? That might be the only one. But a lot of these colors are. Broom Tree I know was in the other pack. There's some double dips. But Carla can get stuff for you. And like I said, if this chart is out there. So that's what we'll do, May 1st. All right, now we will jump on. I had 2 finishes. One of which is a brand new start, and one of which was I gotta finish something from this whip list. So we'll see which one's on top. This is the new start. So before I went to market, I was kind of looking through my stuff and I wanted to bring something with me that would be very easy to stitch on, like on the plane and stuff like that. And I'm realizing I forgot one thing that's so cute. And I really don't want to edit, but it's in the other room. But that's for later, I guess. So I didn't really have anything that looked like it had like not a ton of floss changes on an Aida so that I didn't have to worry about lighting and all that. So I thought, why not start something? So I did. I pulled out this very beat up old copy of Bent Creek Luck. This is from 2002. So this is 20 years old, hasn't aged, still fantastic. So Bent Creek Luck. Although, I don't know how well you can tell from the things behind me, I'm a big fan of purple. There was not enough purple in this chart. I did a couple years ago, ooh, that was louder than I intended. This guy here, hold on, because now I gotta pull it back in. This is Bent Creek's Shamrock Row, and I changed the colors, and I made this ginormous size of my head drum. I wanted Luck to match this so that they can go out together. So I didn't have enough of all of the colors I used for that, so I kind of just pulled something that looked close. And this is what I came up with. So I made the alphabet in purple. I used a dark green for the clovers, a lighter green for Luck. I used a dark purple. Those, I used Smyrna's, but they were put on there as like little sets of 4 stitches. And then I decided to leave off this long border, just because that will make it a lot easier to fully finish. I won't have to worry as much about that line not lining up. And I thought it looked just fine without it. So what I used Color and Cotton Purple People Eater was my dark. Color and Cotton Wisteria was my light. Gentle Art Brandy is just the star. Classic Colorworks Chopped Chives is my light green. And then Color and Cotton Ivy was my dark. And then I ended up pulling a different light green to fill in the little lines of the clovers. I just had a scrap of something on a floss ring, and that's what I went with. I couldn't even tell you what it was. 3364 maybe? So, and the fabric is either Picture This plus Fog or Picture This plus Tycho. I think it's Tycho because it's a little creamy-ish and Fog is a little less. So that's what I used. But really it was a dark green, a light green, a dark purple, a light purple, and a yellow, a goldenish yellow. So that's that one. So then when I'm like, I've had all these new starts, I gotta cross something off my whip list. So I went to my whip list and I was like, all right, what can I bust off this list real quick? And this was it. I'd been stitching the Thanksgiving Petites from Little House Needleworks, and I'd already stitched, oh, they're in here, I can show you the real ones. I had already stitched this one, and this one. So I knew, I thought I was gonna stitch one more because I have a set of these finishing boards, which are by Starry Night Studio on Etsy, who I will link. She's done the boards, Alyssa, for all of this series. I have a set of 4 boards, but the area I have to hang them, I can't fit 4. I can fit 3. So I thought, let me do 3, and then I'll have an extra board, if smalls exchange, right? Like I'll have options of using that. So the one that I decided to do was the Little House. So this is a 28 count. I think it's just mushroom or platinum. It's not platinum. I think it's mushroom because the 28 count is the right size to fit on the boards. It calls for 32 count toasted almond, but mine is a 28 count. I think mushroom. So done. Crossed it off my whip list. I'll put all those things back. Actually, the floss is already out of that bag. So that one is done. So then I had whips. Now the whip I forgot to show. I don't want to make you guys wait while I run over there and get it. I started from Satsuma Street, one of her little perforated paper ornaments but I'm doing mine on fabric. I just posted a picture, so I'm pulling that up. So it's Candy Claws, and instead of the perforated paper, I'm stitching mine on a fabric. It's a scrap piece from Mystic Fabrics. I did reach out to Misty, and it was a solo dye, like a test dye, so it's not a color that's available. I have way more done than that because I've been working on it. It's been my car tennis appointment piece. It's a 14 count fabric, and I'm thinking a little stand-up. He's gonna be a cute little petite Santa stand-up when he's done. I have his whole body done, his beard is done, so I have his boots, and then like his face and his hat. So he's stitching up really quick. So that's that one. These are in no particular order, I just grabbed bags. So then the next one I worked on was On the Beach by Stitch Rovia. This was supposed to be the piece I worked on Mondays and Tuesdays this year to try and get it done. But I had been failing in that attempt because it just hadn't been calling to me, or I'd been working on other things. So last week I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work on that. And we'll see if I can at least get into a rhythm. And instead of getting into a rhythm, I just was like, oh, bust this out. We're getting it done. So this is the edge. I've been showing this one, so you've kind of seen the whole thing if you've been watching. And next time you watch, this will be done. So this is all water here on the edge, and I've been working on the Sunbathers. I know I finished the top of him. She's all new. This one is all new. This one is all new. This one, there's one over here that's all new. So I have this one, a horizontal, and then according to the chart, there's 2 more on the top. But when I took it off the Q-snap to move this morning, there's no full picture. When I took it off the Q-snap to move, I'm looking at it, and I was like, my friend Hillary, who's Rustic Threads, had commented actually on the picture I posted last night, and she said, oh, if you just cut off the 2 on the top, aren't you done? And I was looking at it. At first I'm like, no, I wouldn't be done. And then I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? I think I could make that work. So when I took it out and I measured, I realized not only can I make that work, if I cut off the 2 on the top, it'll fit in an 8 by 10 frame. So that's what I'm doing. So those 2 on the top, I'm gonna plan on leaving off. So I have this one and that horizontal one, and this will be done. This has 15,900 something stitches in it because I have it on Pattern Keeper, so it actually marks how many stitches are in it. So that will be done the next time you guys see me. So the reason I hadn't been working on that one is in this bag. I started Snow Queen by Mirabilia on my birthday in mid-February, and I couldn't put it down. I could not put it down. So I worked and worked and worked, and then right before market, I was at a spot where I needed to move the Q-snap, and I didn't want to leave it in the Q-snap because I knew it was going to be a bit before I picked it up again. So I took it out of the Q-snap. So then when I got back and I was working on things, I thought, you know what, it's out of the Q-snap, other things need my attention. I'm going to take the rest of March to work on other things and then maybe pick this one back up again in April. So she's on this great big huge piece of fabric. It is by Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie, and it's called Rhiannon. And that's where I got. And I can't see what you're seeing. Hold on. So all those holes will be beads. I got a lot done. So let's see if we can hold up both. Oh, there's my notes. So I'm here, I'm like right down in this section. So she's coming along. This is a 28 count Lugana because I wanted to give a little, I didn't want the beads to be super tight. So I'm excited to bring her back out, but like I said, I want to get some of these other things because she demands my time, which is fine, but she can demand my time in April. So that's where that one got. I did change the white. All of that dress is just DMC white. My white stitches, you guys know, white stitches don't always look the best. So I actually swapped it out. I had a skein of Classic Colorworks Snowball, which is just, it's white, but it's almost like an icy blue in some spots. Kind of like when you have snow with a really high moisture content, a water content, and it gets that bluish look. So that's what I used in place of the white. And it's been fine. And I got some extras because it calls for like 4 skeins. All right, another new start. I started blooming Tiny Town so that I can get this one done to put up. They won't be up when I start my spring stuff, but hopefully shortly thereafter. This one, I looked and looked and looked for a piece of fabric, and I had a piece called Roasted Cashew. It was from Dixie Sampler hand-dyed fabrics. A viewer had sent this in to me. And it was like the perfect color because the white is gonna show up. So as you can see, I got a whopping huge start. So that's that house on the corner. I have a mix of called for swaps. These Heart and Hand uses a lot of colors. So I didn't want to have to order all of them. I just kind of made do with what I had. And I put this in the bag that Misty got me for my birthday from, pardon the thread I just zipped in there, from So Much to Love. Emmy approved. She went right for it. And then the last whip I have, like I said, I had a lot. I mentioned in the last video that my son is going on a big school trip and they're going through New York and DC and Pennsylvania. So I am working on Pretty Little New York by Satsuma Street. And I pull this out like when we have meetings and stuff like that. We had one last week. I had to look and see which way was up. So that's where I'm at. So again, it's a little start, but I've just been plugging away. And then the week that they're gone, this is my piece. So that when I'm nervous, I can be working on something. So that's all my projects. That's a lot. I had a lot of projects. Let's see. Slide things over. I had a couple purchases, I guess. First of all, I have Carla sent me a new batch of giveaway charts from Cobweb Corner to pass along to you guys. And when she does that, she has me pick out some charts for myself. So these are the ones that I grabbed from Cobweb Corner that if you love them, they're probably still there. This one I know is. She had a few copies of this one. This is Mirabilia Christmas Elf Fairy. This is one of those that was sold exclusively as a kit, and now you can get just the chart. Carla says she's been trying to get them in. They're being republished by Hoffman, but they've been out because they're popular. So I know she has some of this one in. I think she has the Easter Fairy. She had 3 or 4. One of them might now be sold out because people have bought it, but act fast. That one's still there. This one is Starlight Berry Sampler from Bent Creek. Cardinal Kin, which I think everyone seemed to stitch this last winter, so I'm behind on that one. And another Bent Creek Thanksgiving Arches. Hey, can you guys guess what I'm thinking with this one? Stand-ups. This guy, and especially like these two. I have this entire series. This was a new one, but there's like one for every season and an adorable one that's Halloween. But I thought those things stitched on a higher count, a lower count, I don't know, 25 count, even weave. The stitch count for the whole thing is 68 high by 154 wide. So they are like 25, 26 wide and 68 high. That is ideal, adorable stand-up size. So she has some of those too. Then I had on 123 Stitch, I had a notify me when it comes in on a piece of opalescent. I don't know if it's showing. Opalescent 28 count white Aida, because I thought the Mirabilia Royal Games chart that I got for my birthday, I want to stitch on that. So I grabbed that because it came in, and then I also picked up this one, which I obviously will get done in time this year. It's already past Thanksgiving. It's really past Thanksgiving, but it's also past St. Patrick's. I gotta add some purple to this. I'll purple it up. So I think I'm gonna actually put those the ring that I used on the other pieces with this chart. And then the last thing, I am in Dying to Stitch Erica Michaels Berry Club. I think we're getting 3. I think it's 3 berries over the course of the year, and they're sent out as like a little kit with all the things, and the first one came, and it's spectacular. So this year's theme, apparently, is going, we didn't know, was a secret, is going to be like sewing related things. And if you haven't gotten yours and you're in the club, just look away for a second, because this is the first one. So this is what it says on it down here. And there it is. And like I said, this one came with, it was neater when I got it. There's like 2 or 3 pieces of, it's really crinkly. There's enough wool to do all the little bits. It's just turned around, and all the floss and the twill tape. And there's a piece of, oh, it came with a piece of fabric, but I think I already, came with a piece of linen, which I won't use. And I think I already stuck that in my basket because it's not in there anymore. So that one's super cute. I can't wait to see what else she comes up with. Before I do giveaways, and we have quite a few because it's a couple videos worth, I had 2 things to mention. Stitch New England, registration is still open, but it is filling up. So if you've been thinking about it, now's the time. It will be October 13th and 14th in Massachusetts. I just forgot the town name. It's in Massachusetts. Stitch New England is the shop that's actually in Rhode Island. It's run by Pam, who is Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. She has all the information on her website and on her Facebook. It's October 13th and 14th. If you have registered and you're already planning on going, but you haven't booked your hotel, really act fast on that, because they are set to release the Patriots schedule anytime. When they do, because this place is close to Gillette Stadium, all hotels in the area will be full. So get in there and snag a room if you think you're gonna need one. Other thing, Friend Stitch. I did Friend Stitch last, I think it was late fall, but it was a Christmas themed Friend Stitch. Friend Stitch is an online retreat. It's like a 1-day thing, a 1 afternoon, and it is by Cecilia Turner of Heart and Hand and Elizabeth and Sissy, everyone calls her Sissy, of Marcia. I think her real name is Marcia. Elizabeth and Marcia from Bent Creek. And they put together these virtual retreats. Registration for their next one, they're doing 2 this year, and they're calling them pop-up retreats. So they're a little, I think they're a little shorter. They cost a little less, and they're only doing 1 session. Last year they had like a morning and then an afternoon. This one they're just doing 1. I'll put the link below that you can go to for more information. Registration for the first one opens this Friday, the 24th. It's Halloween themed, and the retreat itself will take place on Saturday, August 5th, and it's like all through Zoom. So I'm hoping I'm hoping the Wi-Fi is good enough at tennis because registration opens at 3 p.m. and that's where I'll be. So that's my plans for Friday afternoon. And that's it. So then we have a big pile of giveaways because I have 2 videos worth of giveaways here. So the first 2, and again, so with the giveaways, now that we have all the spammers, I'm no longer commenting on comments. So if you want a giveaway, I will announce it here. Anyone who doesn't claim it, I will announce again in the next video. And then after that, they get thrown back in the giveaway pile. So the first 2 giveaways were from Carla at Cobweb Corner. I always put a link below to Carla's Flosstube if you want to go give her a like and subscribe, and her website as well. So the first 2, these were from video 129. Spring Blooms is Nancy Oliveri, and Spring Gatherer is Elaine Edwards. So that's those 2. So then on video 130, which was my market recap, while I was at market, Robin from October House gave me some copies of Honey Faire to give to you guys. So I'm gonna give out 2, I'll pick 2 names from the people that commented on that video, and then I have 1 left that we'll do in this one. So for Honey Faire, 2 winners, Amanda Haynes, Haynes, and Lorraine Bergstrom, Honey Faire. Barbie of Pedal Pusher had given me a couple copies of her charts. So Victorian Samplings is Natalie Fitzgerald. And then I have 2 copies of the Good Luck Berry, Lori Barksdale, and Sherry Rudder. So all of you guys, if you could shoot me an email, my email is always listed below. Let me know you won, what chart you won, what your mailing address is, and I will get those out. So then for this week, we have 3. I've got them written down in the other way. Giveaway rules. You have to be 18 so you can legally give me your address. Please don't say win or giveaway. I'd appreciate it if you were a subscriber and if you went over and subscribed to Carla at Cobweb Corner as well, because she's the one who always is so generous in providing giveaways. Number 1, just use the numbers, numerical numbers. Number 1 is Nora Corbett Junebug. I'm in love with this chart and I can't wait to start it, but I want to get some of my other things done first. Pam from Stitching in the Land of Good Enough is actually working on this and it's gorgeous. So this is number 1, Junebug. Minimal, if you're new to Nora Corbett's, a lot of DMCs, 1 Krynic, 1 pack of beads, 1 Mill Hill Treasure, which is she's holding, you probably can't see it, like a heart, and that's it. So, easy peasy. Number 2, Secret Garden by Tiny Modernist. This one's really pretty. And number 3, from Robin and October House, we have 1 more copy of Honey Faire. So 3, 2, and 1. And that's the end of my notes. It was double-sided today. So thank you guys for tuning in today. Sorry I broke everyone's eardrums when I moved that chair. I didn't know it would be so bumpy. Hope everyone has a good couple of weeks. Like I said, I'll probably be back in a couple weeks. I'm trying to think ahead. I don't think I have much going on. This is that time of year when my son, I feel like there's no more full weeks of school from now until the end. Last week they had a snow day Tuesday and then a workshop day Friday. So it was a 3-day week. This week, right now, it's a full day week, a full 5-day week. We'll see what happens. All right, I won't babble. I'll see you guys later. Bye.